Oh, nothing is going right for me today. Come on, stay. Okay. This is my third take on this. Let's hope this one works. Okay. So I work in a liquor store for a living. I work in the wine department, not the liquor department, which is how I can tell myself that reviewing stuff like this is not a terrible conflict of interest. Jesus, come on. But the mezcal section over there is right across. It's the next shelf over from domestic white wine. So I do get to hear a lot of what goes on over there. And what customers tend to demand is the mezcal that is very smoky and usually not too expensive. They want the cheap smoky, because why would you pay more money for your mezcal than you would for celebrity endorsed tequila, right? Here's the thing, Del Maguey. Let's go back. Del Maguey, what, 10, not even, like 15, 20 years ago, right? Got their start with their range doing single village, single producer offerings. The emphasis was on diversity. They go around and get mezcal from different places in Oaxaca, made by different mezcaleros, distilled from different agave. And that was the emphasis. And then the kind of bartenders came back and were like, this is great. We're really having fun with this, but we want a mezcal that is cheap and also, by the way, extra smoky. And that is the Del Maguey Vida, which has defined mezcal in the U.S. for basically since it came out. So whence everyone thinking that mezcal is the smoky one. I've thought about buying a bottle of Del Maguey Vida to review it, but I can't find the heart. I'm really sorry. It's nice. It tastes like an ashtray. Pleasant enough. But yeah, it just, like, why buy that when you've had that? When part of the value of the mezcal category is the enormous diversity present. Not just, I mean, within Oaxaca, but you can also go outside of Oaxaca. And that's kind of what this video is about. I wanted to do 3 mezcals from different regions of Mexico, and also, by the way, using different agaves. I'm not going to re-pour these, so these were poured in an earlier take. Anyways, let's get this started. I've got a Mel Bien. This is their basic bottling. They've changed the label up to kind of make it match the rest of the range, but this is their standard Espadin from Lucio Morales Lopez. And then we're going to San Luis Potosi for a Derrumbes offering, which is very inexpensive. This is all salmiana. And then we're going to do a Hacienda de Banuelos. They have a basic bottling, but this is a little bit of a step up. It's their Masparillo, which is a very rare agave that you'll find in Zacatecas. All right, so more info as we go through that. All right, so this first glass is the most basic of the Malbiens. I've done some Malbiens on this channel before. I will link that up. This is batch number CLM10. No idea what year this came out. I'm going to guess around 2020, 2019, somewhere in there. But it's 100% Espadin, copper pot distilled, and again it's Don Lucio or Lucio, whatever, in San Dionisio Ocotepec. I'm terrible with with town names and agave names. I'm sorry, but this is from Oaxaca in any case. So, on the nose, 45.5% ABV, by the way. So the people who come in demanding all the smoke in their mezcals because they want to make smoky cocktails are not going to like this one. It is very delicate. This could almost be like an artisanal gin, if I'm honest. There is like a lemon peel, like lemon peel and toothpaste thing. And quite a lot of flowers. There's a huge floral element to this. If you pay attention, there is a little bit of like a smoky thing going, but it's not really even really a smoky thing. It's more like a hot rocks thing, you know, like you heated up some, you know, some rocks, for lack of, I don't know. This is a weird video. I'm sorry. It's very delicate. Green tea leaves. Little pear, little like touch of green pepper, just a little touch in there, just for fun. More of like a lemon lime kind of note. Slightly herbaceous, fennel, cilantro, a little cilantro too. It's just really kind of soft and delicate. I can't imagine this had like, they're not saying, I can't imagine this had like a super duper long roasting time or fermentation period. It's just simple. It's nice. It smells nice. Let's see what happens on the palate. Okay. Relatively simple in terms of what it's doing, but it's kind of dense in what it's doing too. It's all kind of wrapped up in itself. So again, dried flowers. There's a kind of almost not even like a again, it's not smoke. It's almost more like a volcanic soil kind of thing. There's a little bit of like almost an Etna Bianco vibe to this. Hello, wine nerds. Like wine made on volcanic soil. That's kind of what I'm getting. Lemon peel again. Cilantro again, even a little juniper in there. Mint, muddled mint. Something like a berry thing. Gooseberries, actually. That's not something I use in mezcal very often. There is a gooseberry note. And just a little bit of a kiss of kiwi in there. This is really nice. It's very clean, I think is the right word for this. This feels like something like this is not meant to be a complex, high-flying mezcal. This is something you pour and drink while you're watching the game. It's got that kind of vibe to it. But I like it. It's very clean. It's very good. I'm gonna give this a squirt of water. We'll come back to it. All right, next up is the Derrumbes. Derrumbes has a very interesting range. They're kind of pulling distillate from all over Mexico. They've been doing this a while too, so it feels like kind of the Mexico-wide answer to what the Del Maguey folks were doing just in Oaxaca. So this is the San Luis Potosi. It's 100% salmiana, which is a very interesting agave because this is the one you will see used for landscaping. So when you're driving past stuff in Florida and you see a gigantic agave plant there, that's probably a salmiana. Let's see. This was made May 2021. Lot 53, 44.4% ABV. All right, we're gonna get stuck into this. Oh, and I'm sorry, who's the Mezcalero? J. Manuel Pérez is the master Mezcalero here. Ooh. Totally different on the nose from the Mel Bien. And awesome, by the way. Oh, man. Okay, so Greek yogurt is the first note I get. Like, I'm familiar with getting lactic stuff in mezcal before, but this has this, like, here the the lactic stuff is kind of tied up with like just gravel but also some like celery sticks happening. That's new to me. Like that's not something I get in Raicilla. Say. Oh, this is good. Basil. A lot of basil. Lemon, lime, grapefruit. White pepper. Oh, I love this. The kind of yogurty sour thing mixed with the celery sticks and the kind of just the minerality is so good. There's like a this is gonna sound weird, like a flat champagne note, like someone was pouring some Clouet Reserve or something, and just kind of left the bottle out. 3 hours after the party was over, and you decided to have a little bit anyways, but it was the fizz was totally gone. That's kind of what I'm getting here. And just like rocks, and celery, and yogurt. It's not the breadth of notes here, it's how punchy it is. Like the Mel Bien is fairly delicate. Like it's coming out of the glass. Like it's happy to meet me, but this is like, the second I nosed this, it was just shouting in my face. I love, it's just, everything is turned up. All right, on the palate. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm pretty sure off the top of my head this is the cheapest bottle among these three. I think I paid like $40 for this. Jesus. This is not a style that everyone's going to be into. This is a challenging style, but wow. For the price point, this brings a lot. Wow. So, okay, let me get some notes on the table. So mostly following the nose, we're getting rocky herbal yogurt is what I'm getting. Lots of celery, lots of lactic stuff, gravel, mint, basil kind of thing. Slightly floral too on the palate, which I wasn't getting as much on the nose. And the finish is excellent. It's just this really, it's huge and it's long, but it's also just like, it's so balanced between the peppery elements and the kind of lactic sour. Oh, this is good. Okay, unless this completely like just, poos its pants when I add water to it, I'm gonna go out of my way and say this is one of the best values in mezcal, under $40. Like that good. This is real good. So I'm gonna see what happens when I add water, and we have the Banuelos here in the death seat. Jesus. Okay. This is good. Again, divisive. Know what you were getting into with this. But, wow. All right, so moving on to the Hacienda de Banuelos. This is the, so they have a basic offering, but this is their upper level Masparillo. Silvestre. Masparillo is an agave. It's a rare agave. I don't know what the Silvestre part is. It's from Zacatecas, and it is so. This is a family distillery. It's been around for, I don't know, a century or so, something like that. And the current master mezcalero is Jaime Bañuelos. This is lot 15, distilled 2018. And I will be honest with you, I cannot read the ABV on this. I can make out 45, and then it's whatever is the decimal is gone. So the ABV on this is 45 question mark. If you know what the ABV is on lot 15 of this bottle, please put it down below, and I will change my notes. All right, on the nose. Ooh. Totally different again. This smells like Lay's barbecue chips, like the potato chips. And that's most of what I'm getting. It smells like Lay's barbecue chips, but nice. There's some black pepper, there's a lot of smoking. So I was complaining about smoke and the excessive use of smoke in the first part of this video. Excessive use of smoke being something, it's there traditionally. It's a direction you can go with the style, but nowadays it's become something to use to make the Americans happy. And I'm wondering, in any case, there's a lot of smoke on this. Campfire ash, black pepper, applewood smoked bacon. You ever tried Oscars from Northern New York? If you really like a mild style of bacon, I like my bacon to be really hardcore. I'm going to backwoods stuff from Tennessee and Kentucky, but if you like something a little bit more soft in style, try the Oscars applewood smoked. Hints of mint, puerty, kind of like a baked plantain thing. Actually, there's a little bit of fufu on this. Fufu is something you'll find in West African cuisine. It's almost this plantain dough you use to pick up stuff out of stews. It's great. Go try some fufu if it's something you have never done. But anyways, that's the note I get on this. I gotta say, it's doesn't feel like it's on the level of the others at this point. But let's see what happens on the palate. So on the palate, much sweeter than I was expecting. Than what was showing on the nose. I'm getting really a hardwood smoke candy kind of thing from this. Barbecue everything. Barbecue potato chips, barbecue smoke, barbecue sauce happening, black pepper. But then, you kind of dig a little deeper, and there's these little nice subtle herbal notes going on. Again, the mintiness and a little bit of floral stuff. I wonder what else would be here if they kind of pulled back on the smoke a little bit. Okay, it's simpler than the others, but it's nice, and I feel like for people who really want the smoky mezcal, this would be a fun alternative. Okay, let's come back to that. All right, let's do all these over. Now with water. Yeah, mezcal is fun. Agave is fun. I've said this before. I'm kind of intimidated by agave. It just feels like I'm, wading into Premier Cru Burgundy or something. It feels like I'm way out of my depth talking about these things sometimes. But I'm going to try to do more agave videos in the future because I'm not doing enough. All right, back to the Mel Bien on the nose. Okay, now it just smells like. It smells like an Alsatian wine. It smells like an Alsatian Pinot Gris that's very good, and I put a slice of lemon in it for fun. I love it. I love the delicacy of this. This feels, there's a casual element to this, which is, it's too expensive to really be something you could throw back every day. But nevertheless, it has that vibe. That makes sense? On the palate, ooh, water, a little touch of water improves the mouthfeel. There's much heavier mouthfeel now. There's a better finish. It kind of holds better. Yeah, it's a casual Espadin. That's what this is. It just feels like something you could, pour while watching ESPN3. You know what? You know what this is? This is an Espadin I would be happy to have with a splash of tonic water on a hot day. And I don't mean that as like a criticism. That's a compliment from me. I'm not going to give this a crazy score. I will call this an 84 plus. But yeah, this is lovely. It's delicate. And for God's sake, it's not Del Maguey Vida. Stop drinking Del Maguey Vida. Stop it. Stop it. Find something else. Find something that doesn't taste like an ashtray. For God's sake. All right, moving on. Not that there's anything wrong with Del Maguey Vida. It's a perfectly good product. It's just you, the consumer, need to try other things. For God's sake. All right. Back to the... we're back to the Derrumbes. This was my... this was ahead by a lot going to the second half here. But it is also the weirdest of these three. Oh, God, this is weird stuff. On the nose, pretty much the same as I remember, neat. It's still like a lot of yogurt and a lot of celery and some rocks and lemon thrown in there. And I love it. I love this. And it's so, like, to some extent with the Mel Bien, you have to go hunting a little bit with the notes. Not with this. Like, this is just like, hi, I'm here. And I like that. On the palate. So with water, it's really the sweetness that comes out. So now I'm getting like cotton candy bubblegum rocky yogurt. And I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying this. Look at this. I'm drinking this stuff. This is awesome. This is a screaming good value. I'm going to give this 87 points with the cautionary note that this is a tricky profile. If you are scared of like herbal things or lactic things, stay away from this regardless of the score I'm giving it. Don't look at the score. Listen to what I'm telling you right now. Listen to what I am telling you right now. If you are not in for the onslaught of celery and sour milk that this is providing, don't buy it. But if you have been drowning yourself in other spirits, particularly wood-driven spirits, whatever, or even like a lot of rums, really, brandies, that kind of thing, even beyond whiskeys, or like smoky mezcals, you need to do yourself an absolute favor and drop $40 on a bottle of this. This is something very different, but at the same time, very, very good, and it's not that expensive. 87 points, well worth your attention. Derrumbes, St. Luis Potosi. This is really good. And the last question mark in my mind, what's the Banuelos going to do now that I've added some water? on the palate, or on the nose, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Ooh. It's better on the nose, actually. The fruit kind of comes out a little bit more. What is that? There's some red bell pepper happening. Like fruity bell pepper. But also, I mentioned the fufu before, but now it's like doing, what's the name? The you know the pounded plantains you get in a lot of island cuisine. They're not sweet. I don't know how to. Pounded plantains, like that are fried. That's kind of what I'm getting here. I mean, still the barbecue potato chips are in the house, but you know now it's bringing a little bit more, and I'm happy with that. Let's see what happens on the palate here. Okay, so kind of little chutes and ladders here. The nose is better. The nose, well, I don't know about better. Not as dominated by the smoke, but on the palate, it just feels more thin than it did than when I was having it neat. I don't think I drowned this. I don't think I drowned this. Yeah, it's kind of it's just kind of gotten thin, and the smoke has gotten a little bit acrid. I'm not going to ding it too much. I'm just not. I was going to give this a plus for the improvement on the nose, and now I'm going to take that plus back. I'm going to give this 83 points. Yeah, nice, but for the price point, I wouldn't. I mean, maybe it's a fun alternative to smoky Oaxaca Espadin. You know that you know. If you here's another thing you can buy if you're willing to spend the money and you're looking for an alternative to fucking Del Maguey Vida, but because yeah, it's a different kind of smokiness, and that's valuable, I guess, but it's not my favorite. I will tell you the one I'm taking home, and it's this. It's this all day long. Salmiana is apparently my jam. Who knew? All right, thanks for watching. 84 plus for the Mel Bien. Derrumbes, 87, but know what you're getting into. Know what you were getting into with this. And 83 for the Banuelos. It's fun. It's a bottle of Lay's potato chips. All right, thanks for watching and cheers.